Can you imagine a life where you didn't have to work every day? Instead of needing to work, you could choose to work and choose not to work if you wanted to. That's exactly what we're going to be looking at today. So, in today's video, we're looking at 3 ways to make $50,000 a year as passive income without working. And this is a very interesting article from the College Investor. And it really talks, and I want to break this down because it's interesting to me and the concept of really looking at it differently than what we're taught. So conventional wisdom tells us you go to college, you go to school, you get a good job, you get married, you take loans out for school, you take loans out for the wedding, you take them out for the car, for the furniture you're buying, for the vacations you're taking, for the house that you do have, work 30 plus years for all the debt that you've accumulated in your lifetime, paying it back, and hopefully maybe you will have enough money to retire. Now, that is the American dream. That's what a lot of people are really being fed, but there is a different way to do this. And that is why I want to cover this article. Reading through it and reading through it again, it was interesting to see that not going the traditional route, and we are starting to see this with a lot of the younger generation. They're not going the traditional route. They are not running the regular 9 to 5 jobs. They're working remote. They're working flex jobs. When looking at Uber, looking at a bunch of different places, they are working and really creating a lifestyle that does not follow the traditional 9 to 5. Now, when we start thinking about passive income, it is not something that happens overnight. It is not like hitting the lotto, but it is really looking at utilizing your time for your money. That is the big thing. When you can get to the point of building enough passive income that you don't have to worry about the 9 to 5, you can work if you want to, you can do something that you love, and of course, having no debt. When we talk about debt mitigation, when you talk about making $50,000 a year, for a lot of people, that's a lot of money. For some people, that isn't any money at all if you're making $200,000-300,000 a year. But overall, when you think of your bills and paying and having $50,000 a year on a regular salary that is coming in passive income, that generation could be enough if you don't have any bills, if you don't have a mortgage, if you don't have a car payment, if you don't have, all of the regular bills that people do. We're talking about residual income that you're having on a regular basis. Now, they talk about front loading your life. Now, this is one of the absolute favorite hacks, and I like this as well. So, of course, this talks about younger years. So when you're starting out in your career, it is working much harder than an average person. It might be working that 9 to 5. It might be working 2 jobs. This could really build a snowball. When we think about the debt snowball and eliminating the debt snowball, this is doing it almost in reverse. This is taking your income, and let's say, for instance, you start your first job, you're living at home, you're not paying rent. All of your income you have from that first job is just income. You don't have many bills, you're not paying utilities, you might have a car payment, a lot of people don't, but overall, you can start off life, if you're starting it off in this nature, building a giant snowball, meaning taking 50, 60, 70% of your income at the age of 22, 23, 25, regardless of what it is, putting that into an investment account and letting it start snowballing the opposite way. So it's not you taking out all of these loans, spending an absorbent amount of time trying to pay them off with interest. It's building a snowball and getting to the point where you're starting to earn that passive income. And of course, when you look at investments, it's going to take a lot to get to that 50,000 per year that you're getting. But if you could do it and start this early, and by the time you're mid 40s, maybe 50, you could go ahead and have 50,000 plus of passive income every single year. And that is exactly what it breaks down. Now, there's a few ideas in here. They said working hard and really front loading what you're looking at saving could be anywhere between 10 to 30 years, depending on how much and how fast you're investing, how smart you are about the methodology behind investing, and of course, what you're looking to get out of passive income, depending on what your bills are. Because even thinking about this, if you and your partner, your spouse, your significant other, if you have multiple people that are doing this in the same place, you can accumulate a lot of wealth very, very quick. Now, the first one they touch on is own 10 rental properties. That nets you $420 per month each. Now, of course, when it comes to rental properties, that is a business I do not want to get into. But when you think of a lot of different places, it can come with a lot of, with a high price tag short of just getting that monthly income. But when you start looking at maintenance, repairs, property management, taxes, insurance, you're going to have to bring in 50,000 plus out of these 10 properties to really net that $420 each month to make sure that you have enough to bring that $50,000 every year. Now, of course, this is going to be super dependent on where you live, very, very dependent on your lifestyle, what you want to do. Me personally, real estate is something that has never interested me. I don't want to be a landlord. I don't want to worry about it. But depending where your goals are, and depending, because again, in a scenario where you're working a 9 to 5 job, picking up these rental properties through the next couple years, having one, saving a bulk of the money to buy a second, a third, a fourth, faster and faster, it will snowball into more properties on on really a faster rate. Now, if you want to become a real estate investor, now this is more of my really big thing. So when you think of real estate, a lot of people say real estate will never go down. Real estate will always accumulate. Real estate will always make money. We know that was not true 2007, 2008, when the real estate market, really lost about 50+% of the asset that was there. It was kind of crazy. But when you start looking at crowdfunding, now personally, for crowdfunding, this is allowing a lot of investors to put their money together. And we have companies like Fundrise, which I'm familiar with. I've invested with Fundrise. Fundrise is a company that owns original online real estate platform, requires about $10 to get started. And with Fundrise, they crowdfund platforms and they crowdfund real estate investments. So most recently, they were building an entire community of houses. And with those houses that are built, they were site condos. Those site condos were rented. They were not houses that were built and sold. They were in really what Fundrise is doing is they are building a lot of site locations with different communities, different condos, different associations, and they are getting the revenue from the rent. So as people pay their rent, that rent is going back to all of the crowdfunding that people are doing in here. Now, it's making a really big return because guess what? Number one, everyone needs a place to live. And of course, they are making housing in some markets more affordable than the current market is, meaning they could charge a little bit more. And overall, looking at the returns that they're getting, it really, if you offer a little bit of a lower rent, you can fill up all of the units within there and make sure that you're getting rent versus charging a higher rent and having, 50, 60, 70% capacity filled. They are about having them all fully rented. There's a couple other ones they mentioned, roof stock, equity multiplier, farm together. There's a lot of in there, investing in farmland, commercial properties, real estate. Even if you're looking at stocks, I know which is a real estate that does incredibly well. That is a company that does a lot of investing, but Fundrise again is one that I personally used. Now, looking at the third way they have in here, accruing 1.25 million worth of dividend stocks with the 4% yield. Now, the HD is almost at that 4%. This, of course, would give you, at first glance, very, very hard to get 1.25 million when you start looking at the rental properties. But honestly, when you're looking at the methodology with dividend investing and reinvesting until you get to the point of having enough cash flow. Now, this is where it really triggered me on how easy this is and how you can actually do this. So for me personally, I am doing investments every 2 weeks. I am doing dollar cost averaging into the, I'm putting some into the QQQM. We're also investing in the VOO. So I have that 3 ETF investment portfolio that is growing. The HG is generating dividend income that is being reinvested at this point. So what I'm doing is with those contributions every 2 weeks, we're putting a lot into ETFs. We're putting a lot into the stock market. And what I'm continually doing is increasing my stake in the HD as we continue to make contributions, and the HD in turn with me holding more of the ETF is paying me back a higher dividend over and over and over again. Now, at this point of my life, I'm still working my 9 to 5, very happy. I love what I do as a financial counselor and an educator for individuals, and overall loving the YouTube experience. And if you like it with me, definitely subscribe to the channel. But we're starting to see the snowball and the compounding interest. For this quarter alone, with those 3 ETFs, which we have invested, we yielded about $1,000, which means just off that investment, we're making $4,000+ a year between the dividends that those 3 ETFs are paying. And of course, when we're putting all of our contributions, this year it's $1,000, next year it could be $1,500, $2,000, so on and so forth. But as we're putting more into that HD, because I'm upping the percentage that's in there, we are getting a much higher return, and we are continuing to snowball this just like we talked about in this article. Now, when it comes to dividend stocks, I do not advise doing the stocks. I advise doing the ETFs like the HD, which again is going to have that 3-to-1 split October 11th. So it's coming up pretty soon because they are not only increasing the dividends that are coming from that, they're also increasing the value. And we are seeing a big appreciation in value with the portfolio that they have, reinvesting to the point of me hitting retirement. Then I can go ahead and I can flip that switch. We have a good 1.25 million invested in the HD. I can get $50,000 just out of that investment itself, coming back to me every single year in the dividends that they're giving me, which right now is like 3.63. So it's almost 4%. So even if it's a little higher or lower, I am okay with it because that is going to be my supplement to Social Security. When we think of Social Security income, we know it's pretty limited, but if I'm getting, 2,000 plus a month from Social Security, and then we're getting some out of there. And then we also do have, our 401ks, we have our Roth IRAs, we have our HSAs, we have a lot of things in place to really go in there and really make it well worth it to get the investment. Now, of course, for me personally, M1 Finance is the only place I have the high yield savings accounts. I also have all of my investment portfolios if you've checked out my video. So if you want to check out any of those, I do have links down below so you can go ahead and check them out. So again, a very interesting article right here that we did see from the College Investor, 3 ways to make $50,000 per year without working and getting it through the passive income. I know a lot of people like the real estate. Me personally, again, I would not own real estate. I would do the real estate investing and I do the dividend investing as well to create that passive income. And it's getting to the point we're getting ready for retirement. 50,000 in passive income is going to be a realization, which again is very cool to see. So guys, that's going to do it for today's video. Let me know what you guys think about these 3 ways. And as always, thank you guys for watching.